Does this happens to you a lot? It seems like you do your best and you even throw your third skills to do damage, but it doesn't feel like you're doing enough, and then you just die because of Dullahan's danger attack. So this video is actually something that I feel like it's a little bit of a unnecessary video by any means. I already technically made a video about this, both on Siege of Torokan and Temple of Time, but I really just want to talk about this little point specifically in the fight, because to this day I still see people do this exact same mistake that really makes them really think that this level is like difficult or something like this, when in reality it's just them who don't seem to understand how the level works. And I mean this respectively, because a lot of the people that I see doing these is like level 75 Ryan, maybe chase a level 10 or level 20 at most. I think the highest I've ever seen somebody do that is like chase a level 120, which at this point I feel like if you're doing this at that chase a level, you're like trolling. So the point of this video is really just to show what you're supposed to be doing for these levels, because even on both Siege of Torokan and Temple of Time, I see people do the exact same mistake, and that makes them either die a lot or make them think that the level is just really difficult, when in reality it's not even that bad. The problem really is just these mechanics that they don't seem to know. But before we do start, I'd like to say if you enjoyed this video and like to see more Grand Chase in the future, more than welcome to leave a like, comment, subscribe, because we do Grand Chase content here on a weekly basis. And also we have a goal of 1,000 subscribers. However, I would like to change a little bit of that challenge, because I did some research on my good old Social Blade. According to Social Blade, which I don't know why I went through it, I just was curious. Apparently I will reach 1,000 subscribers on May 22nd, and I thought that was pretty interesting. So now I'm changing the challenge for us to try to get 1,000 subscribers until May 22nd. And I have a feeling we can pull it off, because this channel has been kind of growing up a little bit ever since 2 months ago. Shout out to the Awakening system. So yeah, if you'd like to support this channel in any way, I'll be highly thankful for your support. By the way, I was going to do a chest opening video and I kind of forgot about it. If you're curious, I actually got a guy in, and that just pissed me off the second I realized that I was not recording. So let's just get started before I start crying about it. So let's start with Dullahan here, because he is, in my opinion, the more annoying boss in this list. He just have a lot of attacks that is like really annoying to deal with, specifically his air attack or his jump that is like extremely broken. But the thing that I really see people ignore is his danger attack. People will just keep attacking him. It doesn't matter what the hell is happening on the screen. However, what you actually is supposed to do on his danger attack is look for this big blue ball that appears in the level. And once you destroy that, Dullahan just loses like 40-50% HP or something like that. And it's like immensely helpful. And what's funny about this is that there's a chance that he would just do another danger attack right afterwards, which does means he will die if you destroy the ball, so it's really funny if it happens. But otherwise, really all you have to do for Dullahan, if you're like low level at very least, you can just kind of wait for him to do the danger, and your objective really is just survive until that happens. Now obviously if you are higher level in the game, like you can kill Dullahan through brute force, but that's not something that it's like should be in your head. You should just kind of really just focus in surviving and then wait for that danger attack to spawn the blue soul, whatever you want to call it. By the way, as an extra, I want to also mention about the boss of the level, Belilir. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. There's nothing wrong about him specifically, but the one thing I see people do constantly is just rush into his direction as if they can just tank the attack or something. Specifically how the majority of times that the boss starts, his first attack is the beam that he throws in his hand, and that can like do a lot of damage to you, if not kill you. But I don't think people know how simple it is to just not get hit by that. All you have to do is just press quick save and then roll to the other side if you have the quick save bar. But even if you don't have it, all you have to do is just go up as fast as you can and you just go into the other side. Like there's no secret to that. You're also doing back attacks, which back attacks do more damage to enemies, so like there's no reason for you to attack right in the front. I know some people are just either too strong to just kill him right there, or they just don't really care, which is fine really. It's just a little thing that I want to talk about. But if you really just kind of struggle and die to the attack a lot, like that is just how you actually deal with that. Just go above it or just use quick save to roll over. There's no much secret about that either. I just really wanted to point that out. Now for Temple of Time, this one is also something that kind of bothers me. Now the danger attack from Temple of Time is a little bit more easy to deal with than Dullahan's, although they do kind of share the same strategy. Doing his danger, he works pretty similar. After a while in this danger attack, you're not able able to do damage to him at all. And the thing here is you're actually not supposed to hurt him on that danger stance. As you can see right there, I'm not able to do a single damage to the boss. And that's not because my 0 is a little weak, he's like at 250k, but it's also because how the danger attack works. So what you're supposed to do at that moment is look out for 2 little golems that appear in that level. If you destroy both golems in time, the boss will just get stunned for a few seconds, and he also gets a lot more damage once you do that. So once you destroy the golems, you just go back to the boss and then you just throw your skills as fast as you can, and then boom, he just dies that easily. And these golems also work exactly for Gaian as well. At one point after his clone attack, he will spawn 2 purple golems, 3 if you're playing with more than 2 people, I believe. And once you destroy all of them, Gaian will get stunned for maybe 7 to 8 seconds. I'm not sure how long, but he does get stunned for a while, and he too receives more damage once he's stunned like that. And although for Gaian, I feel like this method of killing him is optional. Like, you only do this if your team extremely weak, or you just kind of want to take a safer route, because Gaian can be a little way aggressive sometimes. So just killing the golems, it's not really a necessity, you can still kind of brute force him, but the golems are just kind of there for a safer route in case you're struggling with the boss, which if you're like starting the game or something like this is fair enough. The boss can be a little bit of a tricky pony sometimes. Now, why exactly do people don't know about these little tricks that are actually mechanics for the bosses? Like I mentioned, number one, some people are newcomers, they don't know how to deal with these bosses, and honestly, if you're a newcomer, I don't really blame you on that much. I can speak for myself because on Temple of Time I didn't know about the golems at first, but also I feel like one problem is the fact that the information about these attacks are a little hidden in a way. Like, you wouldn't know that this were the things you're supposed to do unless you either see somebody or you actually stumble up by accident, or you're just, you know, curious and try to stop the things that they're doing. I think the developers at this point could really just include warning text on some danger attacks. I'm not gonna say all danger attacks, but like the majority of stuff from Vermesha to Another World, I feel like they could include a danger warning by any means. The best way I can put in comparison is like an L-Sword. Almost every danger attack, as far as I remember, has a text of what you should be doing to avoid that attack. Something like, oh, go to the right, or jump before he's go back to the floor, or something like that. And I think this sort of information is very important to not only newcomers to understand how the attacks work and how you properly deal with them, but also to returning players who may not remember how the attack works, and they kind of need a refresher on how to properly deal with something like that. And I don't personally feel like that's something impossible for this game, because we already technically have this in Berka's. Whenever he's going to do his breath attack, the game will make sure to let you know, hey, he's about to draw his breath, go to the shields to protect yourself. So the game kind of already has this system of hints, I suppose is the right term to say. But I think the problem is they really just need to include on more levels to help people out, because sometimes these informations can be a little bit confusing and unclear, and that can kind of lead some people to not understand how the level works. And I know some people will say, oh, but that's obvious, Fal, that's just how games work. Which, yeah, fair enough, I can probably tell a few games that work similarly. But if that many people is doing the exact same problem, is it that obvious by any means? Considering how the fact that from Vermesha to Archimedia, the one thing you've been taught to is just beat the shit out of the bosses. Like I said, it did take me a little while to realize about the golems from Temple of Time. So I don't know, I feel like people might as well learn it now than just wait a few weeks to realize that, oh, that's what you're supposed to do. So yeah, I think at that point I'm just gonna leave it there. I hope this video came to help to anybody who struggled with Siege of Toroka. I know there's probably one of them. Like I mentioned before, if you enjoyed this video and like to see more Grand Chase in the future, more than welcome to leave a like, comment, subscribe, because we do Grand Chase content here on a weekly basis. If you'd like to share your opinions and thoughts about this topic as well, you're more than welcome to leave in the comments. I do wonder if I'm the only one who noticed that people struggle with this map. Like, I can't be the only one. Anyway, on that note, we're gonna just leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day today. Stay awesome, stay safe. Have a great farm section today, and for Explosion of Conant, for anyone who doesn't know, just destroy the wings. It's that simple. We'll see each other next time. Peace.